All right, so before we move on, we have to talk about MHC proteins. So these are called major histocompatibility histocompatibility complex, or MHC. So these are the little platforms that are on the plasma membrane of cells that display things from the cell. Okay? In a cell in the endoplasmic reticulum, that's where they make MHC platforms. We're calling them platforms for a reason. So these are in regular body cells. So they make these MHC1 platforms, and they put them in vesicles. And when the cell has something to display, it displays it within that vesicle, then the vesicle exocytoses it onto the plasma membrane. So, and basically, if we look at it, let's go ahead and just do a little picture of it. Okay, so let's say you have your cell. So here's my cell. Here's my cell. And I am let's say I get something from the outside. Okay, let's say some pathogen or something like that comes over, and let's get a better color than that. Every time I'm in black, it never wants to not be black. Okay, so here's my little pathogen, and my little pathogen has like antigen on them. Okay, so let's say that my cell here picks that up. Okay, so it's going to bind, and now I have this little thing here. So this cell is going to endocytose this thing. So bring it in. And it's going to put it in a vesicle and break it down to its little protein parts, so whatever those are. And then it's going to take those parts and stick them on an MHC1 platform that's in a vesicle in the cell, and then that is going to exocytose onto the membrane. And it looks like whatever, like that. Okay, this is called an MHC1 platform, or major histocompatibility complex. Okay. All right, all nucleated cells, so all body cells that are nucleated, contain MHC1 proteins. And they use these MHC1 proteins to display stuff. Okay? Now, there are MHC2 proteins as well. Hate that. MHC2. All right? Now, MHC2 proteins are vitally important for the acquired immune system. Okay? They are only found on cells that are antigen presenters, or APCs. Okay, so antigen presenting cells. There are three types of cells that have MHC2 platforms. B lymphocytes, dendritic cells, and macrophages. And this is important because antigen presenters so any of those three above activate lymphocytes. Okay, so there's two flavors of major histocompatibility complexes, the MHC1 and MHC2. MHC1 is on all nucleated body cells. So that means your red blood cells don't have them. But nucleated body cells, all of them have MHC1 proteins. The only cells that have MHC2 are those three, the B lymphocytes, the dendritic cells, and the macrophages. And again, those are antigen presenters. They present antigens to lymphocytes to activate them. That will make more sense when we start talking about the adaptive immune system. But you need to understand this complex concept of MHC1 and MHC2 histocompatibility complexes.